Hi everybody, I'm Hazel and this is my channel, The Israelite Woman's Homestead. And today we are talking about today we're talking about business again. And I've answered another question. I'm still answering you guys' question actually. And today's question is like, how did I get customers for my business? This is a big question that you guys are asking, like, how did I get customers to buy my stuff? And I already mentioned it in my first video, and you can watch it here. I mentioned how I got customers and how I really started my business. So that's you can go watch that video if you want. But I will really go into depth and tell you exactly how I get some of my customers. So if you're new to my channel, I live on a farm. I grow all my herbs and my raw materials. And anything that I can grow, I get it from farmers who are close by. And this is what goes into my product. My shea butter, I get it from ladies in the village. I have a vendor who goes there, and this is what I do. And my products are raw as possible. I use raw materials as possible in my product because I want the raw property as possible to go in the product, and so that clients can get a real good experience when they use the product, and the product can do what it should be doing. So there are no synthetic fragrances. We only use essential oils, and this is what our products are solely based upon. That's how our whole brand and company line is built around being raw and all natural plant-based products. So this is also a way how I got my customers, by being raw, plant-based, and just basically organic. So this is one of the way that I get customers, because there's a lot of people out there who are zero waste and have the mindset of only buying products that have one or two ingredients, or buying products that are non-toxic. So this is how I got customers for my products also. But let's rewind to way back then when I didn't even like launch my business yet. Like do the second launching, because I did have that business before, but it was under a different name, and I wasn't like taking it too seriously because I had my 9 to 5 job. I was just selling some product on the side, making some good money on the side, but it wasn't something I was saying like, hey, I'm gonna quit my job and do this business. So anyways, so before we became this business now with new name and new branding and everything like that, I got customers from back then because when I realized that I can sell stuff and I can make more money, I decided to just go to markets, um, go to different sales and different farmers markets and church events and stuff like that, and just bring my product, and people just bought it. I'm like, woohoo, I'm making double salary. So that's what I did. So the very first place that I went with my product was actually a garage sales. And you guys may laugh. A garage sales for your beautiful products? Yes, guys, a garage sales. A garage sale. So there was like a community garage sale, and everybody was, on the street outside, the whole street is blocked out or whatever, and then you just, people from everywhere came with their things to sell. So that's what I did. I packed my stuff up and I went to the garage sale, and I brought lots of products, and I also brought samples. Now, people, like, I didn't have any sample when I left after the garage sale was finished. I didn't have a sample left. So what I did was I had the regular big size products, but then I had samples. So the samples, I sold them for $1, and then I had some even smaller ones which I gave away for free, and that was gone. The 2 basket was empty. And then I had my cards, and if somebody didn't want to buy anything or they wasn't sure of something, they would take my card. They would call me up and ask me questions about different things. And that is how I started gaining some clients from way back then. The second thing that I did was, after that was my first event, and I just keep talking to people about my product. So if I went to the grocery store and I was standing in line, and when I was talking to somebody, I just hand them a card and I just tell them, hey, I make soap. If you have any problem with your skin, blah 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 here. And that's basically what I did. I just started talking to people, and basically my people start contacting me, and I would just bring the stuff for them. Or yeah, basically I just did stuff locally. I just bring it. And that's how I sold my products locally before I started even shipping anything off. And then I use Kijiji a lot. I would just post an ad. My husband starts suggesting, oh, you should post an ad on Kijiji. So I post ads on Kijiji, and people start contacting me on Kijiji to buy soaps. Then people start buying stuff at my husband's work. And yeah, so the business started by word of mouth and by me just talking to people about product. Or if I see somebody have a skin problem, I just get into a conversation with them, and that's how it started from day one. Now, once I launched the product and I decided to be very serious in running a business, I take steps way, way further, right? So these are the steps that I took once I launched my business. First thing that I did was, when I launched my business, was I opened a Facebook page. So Facebook was my go-to. I opened a Facebook page, and then I also start posting things on Kijiji a lot. The next thing I did was I opened an Instagram. I also got a website, but the website was not an expensive website. It wasn't like Shopify or Squarespace that I'm using right now. It was just a very simple website. What was it? I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember the name, but it was a very simple website, and it didn't have a lot of like things like fancy, sophisticated things. You just listed your product, and that's basically was it. So I usually point people to there. Now after that, the website, I also no, sorry, I have to go back. So I did the Facebook. I did posting on Facebook. I did Kijiji, and I did word of mouth. So that was the three first thing that I did. After that, I opened a website. It was just a plain website, nothing too fancy. I opened the website, and then I did an Etsy shop. So that was the steps that I took. And after that, I built a professional website. Then the next thing I did was I opened an Instagram. Yeah. So professional website, then an Instagram page. And after that, I did that, I also made myself some flyers and some business cards. So you see, I did things like in steps. So now everything is done and finished. I have all my social media up. And I think the last thing that I will do in the future is have like a YouTube platform just for the business. But I am advertising my business here on my own personal, homestead channel. But eventually I'll have a channel for that business for Rustica Classic. So yeah, so this is basically what I did. And right now, this is where I advertise. And I also like go on to YouTube a lot, and I comment on people's video. I'll also put my company name there. Like if I go and I'm watching a video and somebody said, oh, they have sensitive skin, I'll type in and say, oh, I have sensitive skin too, and I'll say a little blah about my sensitive skin, and then I'll say, by the way, I make products, and you can check out my website, www.rusticandclassic.com, and this is what I do. So a lot of people have gone on my website from me just advertising, doing this. Like, don't just go on somebody's channel and just put your website. People are not going to look. They think you want to make money, but just say something nice and then put your website. Contribute to the community, you know? So this is a way of me getting customers. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was on somebody's channel and I commented, and somebody from Australia from asked a question, and I commented back to them, and they ordered something off my site because of what I told them and my comment that I made. And I also put my website in the bottom. So these are things, this is how I also get customers. So yeah, so this is the way I get customer. Another way I get customer is by flyers. So this is a big topic, okay? And I'm gonna do a complete video about flyers and how to make the flyers and how you can distribute your flyers. So I'll do a next video, actually I'll do a video about that. But anyways, it's by flyers. So you make a flyer and then you take the flyer with you wherever you go, and you can put it on people's cars or you can put it in people's mailboxes and stuff like that. But I'll do a whole video about that, how to make it and how and stuff like that. So yeah, I do flyers also. So that's another way. And the last way I do is like, listen, I tell everybody about my business. I was in the store the other day, in the hardware store, and I was making some, what do you call that, the soap boxes, because I needed some more, because I keep I had to increase the amount of soap mold I have because of my demand. So I went to get wood, and the guy was cutting the wood for me, and he asked me, he said, oh, why you want it to cut so specific? Then I started a conversation with him, and I told him, I said, I want it to be cut so specific because I'm using them to make soap boxes. And he's like, what are soap boxes? I said, they're a mold for making soaps. And then I went in a conversation with him and told him, I'm a soap maker. This is my business. This is what I do, blah, 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 blah. And I had my card. I gave him my card, and he said, oh, you know, his wife loved soap and handmade soaps and stuff like that, and she would really like to buy some of this. So I had some soap in my bag, and I gave him a soap, and for free, yes, for free. And I also gave him my card, right? And yeah, and that's a potential customer there for you. You know what I mean? And he says, oh, that smells so good, you know, stuff like that. Also a couple of weeks ago, I went to a wholesaler to buy some bottles and stuff like that. And I bought like a whole plastic bag of soaps with me because I know there are workers working in there packaging my stuff. And I would like to give them some soap so they can become potential customers. And so I went in there and I handed out some soaps to the people who are packaging my stuff, and they were very, very happy about it. So again, these are potential customers, and you know, they told me, oh, I'll definitely tell my mom. You know, my mom loved that stuff. One of the clerk in there, he said, oh, my mom would love that stuff. So I gave my stuff for her mom, for his mom, and I gave the boss one. He said, oh, my wife is gonna love this. So these are potential customers for you. So this is how I go about getting my customers. And trust me, one of those guys did buy from me because I saw his name. He ordered some things from me. So yeah, so these are your potential customers. And you know what? Another thing is, people see you in person and then they can say, oh, you know, this was the woman who, do you remember her? She came and buy stuff from us and she gave us the free soap and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it's a personal thing. People see you, they see who you are, they see what you represent, and then they can put a face to the person and they can put a face to the product. Even one of the guys I gave the soap, he said, oh, I saw your business online. You're all natural business, and I looked you up online before, and I even sent you an email. Did you get an email from me? And I said, yes, I did get an email from somebody, from you, you asking me if I would like to buy bottles and stuff from your company and stuff like that. I did get an email from him, you know. So now he put two and two together. He says, oh, so this is this nice lady, and you know, I was chatting with him, and he even gave me some extra bottles. You know what I mean? So yeah, so these are things that you do to get more customers to your business, to make people buy things from you. When you have a business, you want to show people that, you know, this is the hand behind what I see on the internet. This is the person that's on Instagram. This is the person that is on Facebook, because they see you, they come in person. You don't want to be a grumpy person like, you want to be a happy person. You know what I mean? Full of joy and sunshine. This is gonna encourage somebody to buy. So this is how, yes, guys. So this is it. This is how I get customers. And last point I have, how I get customers are sometimes, well, before all this pandemic thing started, I used to go to like the different homes or institutes and stuff, which where old people or elderly are, and I would just give out some soaps. Like I would make some smaller bars of soap, like 30, 40, and I'll just go in a couple of different elderly homes and I'll give some soaps to the nurses, to the elderly, you know. And this is a way of getting customers. You may say, oh, well, it's free. You're giving away a free product. But you know what? That free product that you give away can bring you so many people. Because I'm just giving this nurse who work in the home there, or healthcare worker who works there. It just shows that somebody cares about them, and this can make somebody buy. We know that empathy and somebody personal story makes people buy more products than if there's no personal story. Right? Somebody had a personal story. Oh, my son was sick and I used this to heal him, blah, 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 blah. People are going to say, oh my goodness, she started a business because of that. They're going to buy things from me. It's like something psychological and not with the brain. Anyways, so we know that. So I do that with my products. And, you're going to give that elderly man your product. He may not use it, but his son or his daughter may come to visit him, and he may say, oh, you know what? This lady came and she gave out soaps today. And their relative is going to look at it, or their daughter or their son is going to say, oh, that's very nice. And they're going to go on your website and, type in, and they're going to see your products. And that's another chance that they will buy products from you. So, guys, think beyond the box when you have a business. Just don't think like in this square here. Enlarging your horizon and make it bigger, and think outside of the box, um, about ways how you can get customers and expand your business. And this is just some of the ways and some of the things that I do to bring customers in my business. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video was helpful to you. And those of you who are about to start your business, I hope you take some of these tips and you use it in your business. And I hope you're going to be very successful. And guys, listen, you have a skill, you know how to do it. Like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Okay? Don't be afraid to tell people about your product. And don't be afraid to give something away free. If you give something away free, it's not going to break the bank. You know what I mean? So yeah, think outside of the box and do things differently if you want people to like connect with you on a more personal scale, and buy your product and make profit in the process, because this is all what business is all about, right? Making profit, but also providing a valuable, a true and honest service to people. All right, guys. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. And in the next video, I will answer your question about flyers. Okay. How do I make my flyers? Because the flyer that I have, many people like it. So it's nothing fancy, but I'll tell you how I make it in the next video. Ciao. I'll see you.